We are more connected than ever before, and yet we've never been this tired, this anxious, this burnt out. We wake up to notifications, we scroll before we speak, and we consume more information in a day than a 17th century scholar did in a lifetime. Most of it means nothing, yet we carry all of it. The likes, the news, the messages. But what if your exhaustion isn't from doing too much? What if it's from absorbing too much that carries no weight? In today's world, attention is currency. Every app, every platform, every headline isn't just informing you, they're extracting from you emotion, focus, identity. We're all part of a global attention economy where your time isn't just valuable, it's being actively mined. The result, when everything demands your reaction, you lose the ability to choose your response. You're constantly stimulated but rarely still, overinformed yet underaware. The cost of this isn't just fatigue, it's burnout, layered with existential confusion. You're not just tired, you're disconnected from what matters. The Stoics lived 2,000 years ago, long before Wi-Fi and algorithms. But they too faced distraction, political chaos, war, personal ambition, betrayal, and temptation. Their answer wasn't escape or retreat. It was stillness, controlled thought, focused inner discipline. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome and one of history's busiest men, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In a world that runs on noise, stillness becomes a form of rebellion, a quiet power. We mistake motion for progress, notifications for connection, output for meaning. You tell yourself you're being productive, but deep down you feel depleted. Not because you're weak, but because you're waging a war on multiple fronts with no shield. The Stoics didn't aim to do more, they aimed to do less better. If you seek tranquility, do less, Marcus wrote. Or rather, do what's essential and do it well. In a culture obsessed with hustle, this philosophy feels foreign. But it is focus that creates peace, not busyness. You're not burnt out because you're doing too much. You're burnt out because you're holding too much. Too many tabs open in your devices and in your mind. Too many roles to manage. Too much noise to filter. Too many people to please. All of it coming at you constantly. And there's no space left to just be. The Stoics would call this a lack of alignment with nature. When you no longer act according to your nature, which is to think clearly, act intentionally, and live simply, you begin to fracture. And fractured people burn out. The modern world has hacked your brain. Every scroll, every like, every ping isn't just about information, it's about chemistry. Dopamine drives you to seek stimulation, not satisfaction. And over time, the overstimulation dulls your ability to sit with silence, to focus, or to feel joy from small things. Seneca once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." You think you're staying connected, but what you're really doing is scattering your soul. You've become fragmented, and in fragmentation, clarity becomes impossible. The Stoics taught a principle called the dichotomy of control. In short, some things are within your control, most things are not. Focus only on what you can influence. Release everything else. You can't control the algorithm. You can't control how much the world shouts. But you can control your attention, your thoughts, your decisions, your focus. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Imagine applying that today. Choosing not to react is power. Choosing not to speak is strength. Choosing what to ignore may be your most powerful modern survival tool. Let me offer a challenge. 1 hour, no screens, no music, no podcasts, no input, just you and your thoughts. Sit with the discomfort. Your brain will reach for distraction. Let it, then bring it back, over and over. This is mental strength. This is stillness. This is what Seneca meant when he practiced voluntary discomforts, sleeping on the floor, eating only bread, walking in silence, not out of punishment, but preparation. If you train yourself to endure what you fear, you no longer fear it. That's freedom. Burnout is a message. It's not telling you to quit life. It's asking you to return to it, to turn inward, to filter the noise, to become a curator of your own mind. You reclaim your power not by grinding harder, but by guarding your energy like a vault. Stillness doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you do the right things, with clarity, with courage, with detachment from things that don't serve your highest values. The Stoics weren't soft, they were unshakable. They practiced mental armor every day, not to numb themselves, but to engage the world from a place of strength. You don't need another productivity system. You need inner structure, a sense of what you will allow and what you will not, a set of values that cannot be touched by an algorithm, a comment, or a screen. This is your real wealth. And when the world feels too loud, when you feel yourself slipping again, return to this. You were not built to consume everything. You were built to create something quietly, clearly, and with purpose. Follow logos of wealth if you're building more than money.